I didn't her for breaking up with my fiance after she showed a startling change of behavior after the engagement. So, yeah, boy. She only wanted the ring, but now she's not gonna be a wife. Let's see. I, male 32, just recently proposed to my girlfriend of 2 years, Sharon, female 30, like a month and a half ago, and it feels like the second the ring got on her finger, her attitude and behavior took a total 180.
That is not good.
The entire time we were dating, we seemed exceptionally compatible, and at least it seemed we shared common beliefs and morals. 7 weeks ago, I proposed and she said yes, and I felt like it was the happiest moment for the two of us. But not even a week later, it's like her attitude totally flipped. I thought I knew all her friends, but one day I came home and there were 6 women I've never seen before, and Sharon introduced them to me. I was curious as to why I was just now meeting them when I already met Sharon's 2 best friends, Michelle and Octavia, both now present. Over a year and a half ago, I was starting to think that maybe their relationship has not been long, but if he has met her best friends like 2 years, almost 2 years ago, then it's a long enough relationship to know all the person's friends. Sharon said she wanted to make sure we were a sure thing before I met her inner circle. I found this strange, not to mention it was a weeknight and they were quickly draining my wine rack of wine. Sharon still had her own place, but she stayed with me so often. She particularly lives here. Still, I found it incredibly rude when they left with 4 empty bottles of rosé in their wake. I tried to talk to Sharon about having uninvited guests on weeknights, and she dismissed my grievances very flippantly. Okay, that's not okay. Boundaries needs to start being set. The following weeks, she went out with the girls several times, and when she brought the girls to my place twice without notice, once with notice to appease me, how what? They all treated me like a butler, shaking their empty glasses at me for refills. After the 4th time, I made it clear that I would get a locked wine rack. Sharon just called me no fun. After that, it gets worse. Sharon decided me and the girls got off on the wrong foot and said we should have dinner together at a nice restaurant. Well, I went and it was not great. The 6 kept prodding me about my life, my house, my career, but deflected every question I asked. It got especially bad at night when they started talking about modern relationships and jealousy, and one of them brought up some key points about relationships that I thought Sharon and I were on the same page about, specifically what ifs regarding polygamy and being friends with exes. To my shock, Sharon said we shouldn't be too hasty on such decisions, which was a total 180 to how she expressed herself on those things only a month prior, where she was vehemently against keeping ex-intimate partners in friend circles and was structurally monogamous. What is structurally? Like, you guys are saying English words that I've never heard before. The worst part was when the bill arrived. Oh, I was thinking, like, when they said expensive, when they literally said expensive restaurant, that's the first thing that came to mind. Like, sweetheart, who is paying? Who is paying the bills? And I think that's what's about to happen here. So the worst part was when the bill arrived. Sharon announced it should be together and slid me the check. I told her she can't be serious, and we got into a bit of an argument. I ended it by putting my amount down in cash and walked out, leaving them to figure out the rest of the bill. I was going to say you have to do like the gentlemanly thing and feel the pain later, but I kind of feel good that he did that because like they deserved it. But it's like, yeah, That's not nice. Like, as a guy, especially if you can afford it, like, just pay and then know that you're ending things with her, or like have the conversation like, dude, if you don't change back to who you previously were, this is going to end. But like, to just put you that was a bit petty, to be honest. That was petty, and I like petty. So the next days after that, Sharon kept calling me toxic and fragile, but every time I even pushed at it, she would give an apology and promise she was just stressed at work. Okay, it's not. We haven't even planned the wedding yet. The worst part was this Monday when at work I got a Nest doorbell alert, checked and saw Sharon and one of her 6 new friends arriving at my place, going in and exiting with my golf clubs. The ladies were going golfing. This set was a gift from my father and it cost a pretty penny too. So Sharon lending it out without my permission got me pissed. I immediately called Sharon and told her and her friend to return the clubs. Sharon tried. Dude is not having it. Like, she did it with the wrong person. Sharon tried to gaslight me, but he promised to lend the clubs to her boyfriend. Remember? I told her the club's cost would move it into a serious crime, and so he was going to report to like the police that, hey, my girlfriend stole my clubs that cost this amount of money. Okay, I don't know, I do not condone such harshness, but it kind of was the best person for her. So she and her friend had an hour to return them or the cops would be called. Sharon kept insisting she got my permission and I told her to cut the crap. Well, not 45 minutes later, I got another notification of Sharon and her friend coming back with the clubs and going inside, leaving them. Sharon's friend flipping off the Nest doorbell. Yeah, I would. Well,
bloody hell! It does indeed appear you've been caught lacking, bruv.
I wouldn't be that friend, but like I would. I get why she did it. Flipping off the Nest doorbell on the way off. I got home and saw Sharon's friend literally just threw the clubs back on the living room floor. Sharon tried to talk to me about my toxicity again, and I told her again to cut the crap. I said if I knew this was how she was, I would never have proposed. That seemed to freak her out, and she again insisted that she was stressed from work, but I wasn't buying it anymore. I told her to return the ring and her key, and we would talk about our relationship this weekend. She cried and begged me not to cancel the engagement and insisted that it was just stress. I told her again we will talk about it this weekend. She finally relented. I had my house rekeyed anyways after she left just to be safe. Sharon has been texting me constant messages of love and apologies for getting swept off, and insisted she was only wanting to show me off to her close friends that we've not met for like 2 years. Come on, honey, come on. I don't know, I'm just not buying it. The same close friends have been sending me texts daily calling me toxic and fragile again, saying that they knew I wasn't man enough for Sharon.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Or secure enough to share with friends. A few of my friends that knew Sharon the entire 2 years we were dating were surprised and can't believe she turned height this quickly, and that there must be something missing or that I'm leaving something out. I also think you're leaving something out. They say I must have said something to trigger her friends to act like this. And no, not her friends, to trigger her to act like that. And I had to have been the a-hole somewhere along the process. I don't know. It's a lot to take from all directions right now. So this is the update. So Sharon's been gone now for 1 hour. Breakup is official. I have the ring back. I did talk to Michelle via Facebook, and Michelle said her and Octavia were cousins of Sharon, and Michelle also said she knew the 6 and didn't care for them. Michelle didn't say much more than that. I did meet Sharon's parents and they both seemed to like me, and the topic of Michelle and Octavia never came up around them. None of our finances were intermingled yet, but it was planned for later this month, which won't happen. I invited 3 of our mutual friends, Casey, John, and Mike, to be here when Sharon got here. Sharon showed up and was surprised to see me with company. I said that they were here for both of our sakes. Sharon wanted to phone 3 of her six. I knew she wanted to phone 3 of her 6 to come over to even things out, and I refused. You're kind of ganging up on her in this case. I'm not gonna lie. And I refused, and I used the club theft as a reason. Oh wow. Your girlfriend come and take something from me and it's theft. I'm conflicted. Like, I do not condone Sharon's behavior, but like, dude might be too harsh. What do you guys think? Like, okay. Sharon sat on the couch very dramatically and then asked if I really wanted to make this public. I outright asked why she changed so much after the engagement and why she hid the existence of the 6. Sharon then went in again about how she insulates her inner circle until a partner is vetted. I called BS. I met her parents. What's more inner circle than your parents? Sharon tried to deflect, but I wouldn't have it. I pointed out how for the last month her friends dropping by cost me nearly 500 in wine, which she, by the way, made no attempt to reimburse. I also pointed out her trying to make me pay an 8-person dinner bill without asking me first. She again said she wanted to show how great the guy I was and how she clearly misjudged me and was disappointed in my attitude. I kind of was too. Because like, you already know you're gonna break up with her, but like, put some class on it and just pay and then just leave, and then make sure you don't put yourself in such a situation again, obviously. I then asked about the clubs. She tried gaslighting me. You totally said it was okay, remember? And I kept saying BS. Mike piped in. He knew the clubs were gifts from my dad and I was highly protective of them. He too called BS. That's when Sharon turned her attention to Mike and John, saying, isn't he getting forgetful lately? Don't you remember when he forgot that one date and neither was buying it? I finally said that forget postponing the wedding or canceling the engagement. The entire relationship is going to end if she isn't going to be straight with me. Sharon made a very long, exaggerated sigh. She took the ring off and dropped it on the coffee table. She got up and left and said, you're never going to find someone as good as me, and to send her stuff to her apartment. She left and Casey, John, and Mike were totally stunned. All I could say was, believe me now. We ordered pizza and waiting for it to arrive now. I am still utterly shocked and confused by Sharon's attitude. I'm sure the heartbreak will come next, but right now I'm just kind of numb. The fact that she said you'll never find someone like me. Oh, someone's commented, you'll never find anyone like me. That's kind of the point. And that, my friends, is how you earned yourself a breakup. I don't understand why. I don't understand how someone could hide their true colors for 2 whole years. Or it's just the fact that he absolutely hated her 6 friends and they ruined this for her. But she seemed to be definitely out of character after the engagement and just went crazy. What do you guys think? Will you break up with her? In this case, did she break up with him? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you guys in the next video.